Hello. Don't be like Samoa Joe and threaten the man's wife. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. You gotta hold it together, man, because I, cause damn you, Samoa Joe. Um, Welcome to the episode for 31019. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mike with the mic.
What is up? What is up?
Chilling, man. That DMC5 is out there.
Yeah,
Doing what it do.
I got great reviews as well. So it's
Oh,
getting well
man.
received everywhere.
I like that people who never played it are like finding out that it's not that hard to just take it slow and you get through. Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying this is the first one that they're like, oh, I've never actually got into the fighting in this game. I just kind of mashed and went through because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But this one seems to make it more obvious to do certain things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this DMC5, the presentation within the what they call it, the UI,
Yeah.
it's really good. Like
Yeah.
this is the first Devil May Cry that has like really full menus and stuff, not just a tile background, because it usually is pretty janky and bootleg. Like
Yeah.
not to shit on the series, but like it's never been the best at having like innovative menus and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I like that everything is up front. You can see the little tutorial windows of how to do the moves, and you can try them before you buy them.
Yeah.
So like it's harder than ever to have an excuse to say, I don't know how to do this. You know what I mean? In a fight. Or will this actually work? And you get to pick a little enemy. And apparently, I guess you can unlock different enemies.
Yeah.
And that's in an area called the Void, which is in the customized menu.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get to spin your orbs and whatnot. And I like that they made it very, very accessible for you to just learn how to do this and also how to incorporate that stuff. So it makes the whole game better.
Yeah.
Because most of what you're going to be doing in Devil May Cry 5 is fighting stuff and trying not to get hit.
Yep.
So, and how you before we talk about the story, how do you find the gameplay and stuff? Are you finding it easy
I'm getting
or hard?
used to it. I'm getting used to it. Like I kind of had my little gripe with Raniro's gameplay.
Yeah, I remember. You said the demo, you wasn't feeling that. So.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it in the demo, but then I took the time to learn the moves. I was looking at the move sets and just feeling the game out, and I kind of got how he fights, and I kind of got how he feels, and I'm like, all right, I'm gotten better with it, and catching the combos pretty good, and I'm learning how his double trigger, his hand thing works, and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I just downloaded the whole Mega Man Buster shit and stuff like that, so I'm kind of excited to see that as well.
Oh, good.
One thing, just a tip.
Okay.
If you have a chance, if you have not played the demo, just download the demo and have a save file.
Good stuff. Yeah,
because you get a free 30,000 red orbs for
yes.
just participating in the demo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
You don't even have to play the demo. You just need a save file of the demo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and that 30,000 fucking help.
Yeah, definitely in the beginning. That'll get you some cool stuff early.
Yo, I almost got my whole energy level like full.
Oh, I got you. All the orbs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I almost got that whole thing full. So yeah, definitely do that because it will take that. It probably take maybe less than 10 minutes to download. You just go on, get a save file. It takes maybe less than 5 minutes to get a save file, and then you just go back into the Devil May Cry game, delete the demo, and you get the 30,000 orbs.
Yes. Also, I noticed a lot of things pop from the main menu, so I want to put this as a PSA. What I did was download I pre-ordered to get the deluxe edition with the pre-order stuff. I think that was like the color, the arm color, and there was like one other thing, like the two different color things with the pre-order stuff.
Yeah, the Mega Man Buster came with it as well.
That's if you bought the DLC though.
Oh no, the costume. Yeah, the costumes. Oh, okay, I did see the costumes. So,
like, there was one thing for pre-order, and there was one thing that you had to buy. But I wanted to buy the deluxe edition, which is only $10 more, because it has the real what do you call that, FMV with the real people.
Yeah.
So I want to see all the cutscenes acted out because that's got to be hilarious. So, but what I did was when it unlocks, it tells you it unlocks at midnight, right?
Yeah.
But I came home and downloaded it later in the day. What I did was go to the store and download the standard edition because it just said download, meaning I didn't have to purchase it, right?
Yeah.
What I should have done is gone to the deluxe edition page, because yes, you have the same game, but you don't actually download all the stuff. You just have it purchased.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there. I probably got to chapter 5 before I realized, like, this stuff doesn't pop.
Yeah.
And I went back to the PlayStation store and then proceeded to download the items from the deluxe edition separately. So save yourself a headache. Don't do that. Just download the deluxe edition when it pops, if you did it, because it's just a little confusing thing because there's 2 versions of the game there. So, and you have to go back to the main menu for it to actually show up.
Yeah.
So you could actually download all that stuff, play the game, and you'll never have access to it until you go back to the main menu.
Yeah.
So just a small little PSA. Go to the main menu.
Yes.
So, but I was gonna ask you about the gameplay and stuff. Have you played the other DMCs?
I played. Actually, no. I think I played all of them. I have played all of them. My favorite one is the original. Like, I always will have a love for that one. 2, we just don't talk about. I think 3, a lot of people love that. I really didn't like Dante in that one. I thought he was kind of I don't know. He just kind of got annoying. He was just like kind of reminded me of like a Duke Nukem in a way. He had like a bunch of one-liners that just annoyed me after a while.
Yes.
But Virgil was
not funny, but yeah.
Virgil was the standout of that game.
And
it was just a new character, like, and all that stuff. I did not get to finish 4, and I think that was the one I played, but I felt like it was so much backtracking that I lost interest in the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think people thought was like, did they learn their lesson?
Yeah.
Because that was a big problem. Like, that was probably the best one mechanics-wise.
Yeah.
Right? You had the Nero. That was his debut. So you had all the Nero mechanics. You had everything flushed out for him.
Yeah.
And you also had a Dante in that game that had all of the styles accessible without loading, which is a first. But you had to play the game forwards and backwards, and that's annoying.
Yeah, I think that was what turned me off in that match, that game. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the most part, but that just killed me off the game. And when I stopped playing for a bit, and then when I went back to it, I completely forgot what I was doing. So I just never had the time to finish it. Right now, Capcom has it on sale, the 4 for I think $20. So I might just. That's like, hey, why not? Really, I'll go revisit some big games back, especially when I try to do some retro days on Twitch and trying to get more involved with Twitch. So those are some games I could see myself like replaying and just trying to finish. Like Devil May Cry 1. Again, we don't talk about 2, 3. Yeah, you know what? Capcom don't even talk about 2.
No, they ignore. I like that. Okay, here's the extent to them saying it happened. So apparently there's a little thing a tab at the bottom of the start screen. And it says, I think it's history of DMC.
Yeah.
And if you hit that, it gives you a brief summary of the events leading up to this game, but they put it in order.
Yeah.
So you get the stories, and then when it gets to 2, it says 2 happened, and then it keeps moving. It does not waste time.
Like it was there. Things happened there.
Oh yeah, Dante did this in that game.
He went to hell.
Next, literally next. Yeah. And then it just proceeds to get to. I think 4 is after 2.
Too bad that girl gets no mentions whatsoever. No more.
Lucia. Yeah, I like the character design.
Yeah, like she gets no love no more.
I did not remember how bad the Diesel outfit looked. I forgot he had a handkerchief on around his neck.
He did have a handkerchief. It was like a light blue one too.
I forgot about that. I thought it was just like, oh, he's just wearing jeans. No, he's got a little bit more flair.
Not only did the game wasn't that great, but the costumes even weren't even that good either.
Yeah, no, well, Lucia had good stuff. I think her other costume was actually all right. But like, yeah, but you're not gonna play that game just to look at her like perform badly, because she didn't save the game.
No.
So it's not like you're going in for her to save it. You just want to see it as history, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more of a curiosity, I'd say. Don't go out of your way to play too. I thought I'll just put it this way. I thought the hype for it being bad was overrated.
Yeah.
Until I sat there and just watched somebody go through the first stage, and I was ready to give up. I was like, wow, this is completely just dead. This is boring. Look like you got guns and swords and everything, but it just looks boring. I'm like, how did you make that boring? Ugh. So yeah, don't talk about it. The less said, the better. But again, that gameplay. So how did you like it, Mark? Do you like it?
I'm enjoying it.
Do you have a reference for it since you play other games like Bayonetta? Like, did you play Metal Gear Rising?
No, yes, I did.
Yes, that's a character action game.
But that's all. That's all. That was Platinum Games as well, right?
Yes, Platinum.
Yeah. So Platinum, again, like every Platinum game played like Devil May Cry. So every time you say, "Oh, Platinum Games going to make everyone describes it as Devil May Cry.
Well, that's why I said. That's why I bring up Rising, because that's the one that it plays pretty differently.
Yeah.
Because of the emphasis on the chopping stuff.
Yeah.
And the slowing time and like the weak points, like it turns into a different thing.
Yeah, but like even the Transformer game and the Ninja Turtle game, they all kind of had the same hack and slash as Devil May Cry as well.
Yeesh. See, I don't know, because those were like markedly worse. Like a lot of people said they were worse. How did you feel about those?
Well, they were just glitchy. They were glitchy and didn't really do much. But again, they did the like honestly, like if you played the games for the like the art style and shit like that, it was actually really cool.
Okay.
But the like it didn't have enough to keep you in it.
Okay.
Gotcha. They could have done a lot better with it, but they did what they did, and that's pretty much it. And they just fucked with your memories of the titles and shit, like your I can't nostalgic.
Okay.
Factor. They fucked with the nostalgic factor, but I'll say it plays very close to Bayonetta. I'd say the Bayonetta and Devil May Cry is probably the one that's most similar to each other, because it's pretty much like Devil May Cry with a chick.
Yeah,
as the lead character.
I think it pretty much went just wilder, because like the stuff you mentioned about Dante in 3, where he's just like ridiculous. I think they took the one-liners and was like, okay, let's actually put a different story.
Yeah.
So she won't have Bayonetta talk as annoying like that. We'll have her be more intelligent.
She was kind of like that in part 2 though.
But like they took her and they put her wackiness factor like all the way up to 20.
Yeah.
Because she was literally the first stage, you're falling off of a building. You know what I mean? Like if you're fighting enemies while falling off of a giant clock tower, like it's ridiculous. Like the ridiculous factor of Bayonetta is like, I don't think DMC tries for that level. They stop somewhere short of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
But I say they're very similar to each other in the fight aspect and the like you get the different weapons, different powers, and it kind of works in that sense. But they're I say those two are the very more similar than the other ones. Everything else.
Yeah. Well, and then I know there's lineage because of the people who worked on them.
Yeah.
I think Kamiya was there for the first game, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, was he in? Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Unfortunately, huh?
He was on 1 and 2. Yeah.
And so I know he's the guy that left for Platinum.
Yeah.
So I guess he took what he learned and that's what he went. So yeah.
But I like the game. So I give this one. It's a pretty fucking game. Like it's quite pretty. I'm playing full 4K and everything mode and everything like that, and it's just it's a very pretty game. Nero looks like Cody Rhodes, and I can't get that out of my head.
Well, he will tell you himself he is not Nero.
And all I hear is Cody Rhodes' theme when I see him come on.
That's great.
Like the big first, like when instead of the Double Trigger song, just put the Cody Rhodes theme, and there you go.
Yo, why are wrestlers just showing up everywhere? Did you
Yeah.
see past week as well? Kano, he had his demo in MK11.
He looks like Austin Aries.
And he looks exactly like Austin Aries.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? That's ridiculous.
And then you have Sonya as Ronda
That
Rousey,
is Ronda Rousey,
but they
yeah.
released, and then also I heard there's a big rumor.
John Cena.
There's actually a really big rumor that Xavier Woods is gonna actually have a character.
Well, I didn't know about that, but Ed Boon has asked John Cena to be Striker.
And I can see him doing that.
So he looks just like the one in MK9.
Yeah.
Everybody said that was John Cena.
Yeah.
So come on.
Yeah. And then I was reading a lot that Xavier Woods might actually have a character in MK.
Okay, good.
And it might be it might be named Creed, or it might be just a whole different character.
Okay, good.
But it's supposed to be like his own character, and I'm like, yeah, Xavier. Oh man, I'll tell you one thing: Xavier Woods is gonna have a fucking great career outside wrestling. Once he leaves, decides like, oh, I don't want to take bumps anymore. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be such a big thing. He's actually developing a fucking his own like video game company.
Oh, good. So that's
like he's been saving to make the video game company. Imagine this. Imagine if WWE sees what he's doing and helps him put the money into really redoing the wrestling games, because it'd be under his and it would be under their thing because he'd be doing it.
Oh, that'd be great. I'm sure that he can get in contact with some people that know what they're doing. Yes, yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna speed dial.
Like that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll ever happen. That's too smart, man. It's too smart.
Let's pray.
All right, we can do that.
Let's bow our heads.
Let's bow our heads.
Moan the silence.
Please, Mr. Woods.
Yes. Talking about Xavier, I love what he's doing with Rollout, the D&D game.
Okay.
That he's doing.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
So they did a season 1 already of they did a D&D game. Pretty much they recorded them playing the Dungeons and Dragons.
I want to for a first time listener, who's that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't know who's the ones producing the content.
Oh, it was Up Down Down.
Okay,
it's in his channel. It's Ember Moon's channel. It's on Ember Moon's show in that channel. So she's the one that's kind of head of it. Mm-hmm. But Xavier's in it, is playing the game. It's Xavier, the fucking dude, the dude that was trained by Booker T. I always forget his name.
Great Saint Otaku.
Brennan, yeah, him. He's in it, and he's in season 2 as well. He's in Ember Moon, and it's Tyler Breeze.
Oh, okay, cool.
Prince Petty. So they pretty much playing the D&D games. Their conversations and things they do is fucking hilarious. They really get into the games, and I know Ember Moon and Brendan Williams have a really long history friendship kind of thing, because they both trained under Booker T.
Oh, nice.
They're both students of Booker T.
Good stuff.
So it's really good, and they're both from Houston, Texas as well.
Okay, that makes even more sense.
Yeah. But it's a really entertaining show. It's them playing D&D. If you ever play D&D, it is like a imaginative game, but you have little figures and big stories and shit like that. I'm actually was talking about actually doing one ourselves, and maybe getting a big table and recording it, but with the Power Ranger version of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were considering that, because Power Rangers made a big ass fucking Power Ranger D&D kind of thing set. They had the Megazord toys and Power Rangers toys and all that shit would fit. And it was like, damn, that's actually really cool. But let's see if we could get something going. So we could probably do something with that, especially with the Power Ranger stuff.
Can you paint those, or do they come pre-painted?
No, you had to paint those. Those are they usually is things that you paint and all that stuff. So. But it's really cool in that concept, and I think it's really creative if they're doing it like that. But with Rollout, it's really fun. This season, they actually have a bigger studio. They actually have their own studio for it, and it's really cool. And they have, they invested a lot of money on the D&D stuff, because they have their own pirate ship. They have their own town toys and all these things, and it's really cool. You have Sasha no, not Sasha. You have Alexa Bliss and Aiden English being added to this season, which they're freaking hilarious as well. And then with Xavier Woods, Emma Moon, Brendan Williams, and Tyler Reeves, it's just a really fun show. So definitely, everyone check it out. You get a really good laugh out of it.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
But do they play Devil May Cry 5?
Xavier, yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just I think the live feed of it actually.
Yeah, he does stream.
Yes.
Does he have like a steady day though?
No, he's a wrestler, so he's never really like has a maybe like Wednesdays and Thursdays. I think that's when he usually really streams because that's usually the wrestlers' days off is Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all have the same days off.
I mean, they do work in the same place.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Exactly. But those are the only two days they don't have house shows.
What, Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you know.
So and it also depends on the days, like anyway. But yeah, check out Rollout. Up, up, down, down. I always support Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is probably one of the coolest dudes I actually met in person and shit like that. Very nice, very genuine, very approachable. So I always will represent what they do. I got like 3 of his t-shirts for Up, Up, Down, Down. I support them all the way.
All right. Well, next time you talk to him, tell him about hook us up with some RedCycloneInc merch.
Yes.
Like, yo, you know somebody?
Yes.
T-shirts.
Yes. That's something in the plans, in the works of things.
Yeah, man. We'll get him to be like, hey, man, you want to pose for a picture so we can put you in a RedCycloneInc?
Yes.
As the Zangief in the suit.
Just
get Xavier Woods in the suit doing the what do you call the what is the move that he does?
The Cyclone Crusher? The
spinning, the thing when he stands with spins the lariat.
Cyclone.
Yeah, just a spinning lariat. There you go.
Yeah, the Cyclone lariat or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
it. But yeah, it's really cool. So definitely check it out. It's a fun show.
Well,
it's them just bugging out.
Like I wanted to ask you about Devil May Cry because we both got it.
Yes,
and it just came out this week.
Yes.
So I was going to ask you, gameplay wise, if you was feeling that.
I'm really digging the gameplay. I'm actually, again, I had to get used to playing as Nero because I only did the first 3 stages, like the prologue and the first 2 stages. So I did start a Devil Hunter, which I kind of regret. Because it's like, damn, I got to get used to the gameplay and I'm dying because I'm not used to the gameplay. So I should do it on normal and see where it goes from there and just like feel the game out, learn the moves, and have the full move list when I go into the other ones.
Because that's what I decided to do. Because like I would just rather see the story first. Because I'm pretty sure that they don't gate you on the story.
Yeah,
I don't think that's one of those games. I remember back in the day that would happen. Playing on easy, you can't see the end.
Yeah.
So I just decided to do that, and then I also realized that's one of those games that tends to be a grind.
Yeah.
If you want to finish all the movesets, so why not start from the easiest difficulty and try to get as much completed before I get to the harder stuff.
Yeah.
So I can, at least at that point, I'll know what moves work, what moves don't work for me.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I get into, like, not too many negatives about it, but so far, like, I'm about halfway through.
Yeah.
And I just hit like one of the major plot points, which I actually think is done really well. So I'll wait to see your genuine reaction when you get there.
Yeah.
But no spoilers or anything. But there's the complaint I have about the game is it happens to be with the combat.
Yeah.
Is that I think it's time that we retire holding buttons.
Okay.
Because there's too many moves in these games that require you to hold multiple buttons. Okay. And it almost starts to feel like the optimal way to play these are with a stick. And I don't think that's how I want to roll with these games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I realized that if I'm changing my shoulder buttons to do charge moves for like the gun and for like the like with Dante, he's got the different styles.
Yeah.
So different styles have different button presses, and sometimes they may have a different button for you to hold.
Yeah.
And so when you hold a button in a game like this, typically that means you can't use it to do its normal function So if I'm holding the attack button, I can't attack with my weapon, right? So in that case, if I'm using Sword Master, I can press the Sword Master button, but the Sword Master button is next to the attack button.
Yeah.
But try holding a button and tapping a button next to it with your thumb.
That's annoying.
That's damn near impossible. So then you go, well, why don't you put that button on the shoulder button? And then it's like, well, don't forget, you have to hold R1 the entire time to lock on.
Yeah.
So if I'm holding a button on the same hand, try holding a button and tapping a button behind it with your fingers.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And then say you want to put it on the other side. So then you have to have the gun button somewhere, because I also take the gun button off of the face buttons, because you have to charge the guns in these games.
Yeah.
They try to alleviate that with Dante with Gunslinger mode, where it starts to charge the guns automatically, which is cool.
Yeah.
So your hands are always on fire, which I think is funny. But I just think, like, as a genre, you need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And bring back the two button presses, or something like hold one button and then press another button.
Yeah.
Because holding buttons and then letting them go while holding another button and then letting it go and then holding this, because they also have a tendency, some moves will eat another move's input.
Yeah.
So you have it stored in your brain. Okay, I want to hold this, so I have a charge shot, and I'm holding the attack button because I do a different move when I hold it for 2 seconds and let it go, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you want to let go of the button you were holding for 2 seconds to do the attack, and you let go of the shoot button in the middle of that, and the jumping attack is going to eat the input for your shot, meaning the shot's not going to come out in the middle of the attack, right?
Yeah.
Because that would look bad, because it would just break the animation. So then you held the button for no reason, and now you have to hold it again.
Yeah.
And it's just like little things like that. It's like, if I didn't have to hold the button, and that charge shot would be accessible from me just pressing 2 buttons together, like the shoot button plus something else.
Yeah.
That would be a better solution, like an enhanced button, maybe something different to change, so you don't have to hold buttons. I hate holding buttons.
Yeah, I agree with that, because like in Nero, you gotta rev things. You gotta hold R2.
Oh no!
Also,
see, that's, you don't have to hold R2.
Okay.
That you can, what you're supposed to do to get the instant things is you're supposed to time that button press at the exact same time, or at the exact moment of the sword swinging in a certain spot. It's a super it is annoying.
Yeah.
But it's like this is his, okay, so you want to do something difficult while you're playing with this character type of mechanic. It's made to intentionally be difficult to do it properly.
Yeah.
And it's made for you to know the exact frames of when to press the button. So it's literally just a try hard thing. It's not really, you don't need it to beat the game.
Yeah.
It's literally just there to look cool. So it's obtuse as fuck anyway. So with that, you not liking it, I can say that's totally valid.
Yeah.
But also, it's literally there to just be a cool button.
Okay.
That's how you break that down. That's how you break the exceed. Like, it's there for masters, quote unquote. Yeah. But when you're a master at the game and you look at it like a speed run or something, you don't need that shit at all.
Yeah.
So again, it's literally just a cool button.
Yeah.
But you don't have to hold it. You're supposed to time the presses.
Okay.
So it again, that's some complex things. That's like, if you want to take the time to get to know that mechanic, you can. But like, if you just don't want to play Nero and you want to play Dante, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna learn that. You know what I mean?
So you could actually just play the characters you want to play. You don't have to be Nero.
You get the, I assume there's access to something called a Bloody Palace mode.
Okay.
And that's where it's just like, I just want to play and beat up stuff and not do the story mode. Okay. That's the mode you're supposed to do. I think that's supposed to be accessible later, though. That's like a DLC thing now.
Okay.
But they supposedly have something like that in here. This supposed to be like either a boss. No, not a boss rush. I heard there was like a gauntlet at some point in the game where it's like it simulates somewhat what the experience is going to be. Yeah. But it's not there yet. But it's traditionally, I would say, there is a mode. So it's coming. Okay. You know, but No, when you beat the game, you don't just get to pick mix and match. That would be great,
Okay.
but I don't think you can.
All right. So they pick someone around, like certain parts you gotta be the other person kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's parts where you can't pick though.
Yeah.
They do give you the access to picking, but like that whole thing where it's like I just like how this game plays and I just want to play it. They have a mode, but it's not in here yet. I think they want to make it bigger than it usually is.
Yeah.
So that's why this time it's going to be DLC. So hopefully that means maybe they'll put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
You know, I think
That'd
it's
be
free
good.
too. I don't think it's paid. So
Cool. That sounds good. Free is always good.
free is always good. Yeah.
Yep. But
So
yeah, I'm digging the game. It's fun. Good, cool style. Like I'm digging the music so far.
yeah, I like the music.
Yeah. So I'm
I like
happy
the
with
way
it.
that the music works with the fighting and stuff too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
But I do need to play more. Like I haven't played as much as I'm not as far as you are. Like I just played the beginning, so
yeah,
I need to
I didn't want to rush
play
to the
something.
end.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, but like, cause it's not. I know the game's not long,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't want to rush to it. Like, I just got to using Dante,
Okay.
so I don't have a complete grasp on all his stuff. But like, yeah, it's pretty much different enough. He's different enough from the one in 4. So I'm like, all right, these
Yeah.
other weapons are actually like cool innovations on the standards from Devil May Cry. Like there's always a punching weapon, a punching or kicking weapon,
Oh,
and
okay.
he has that. So, but it's not the same exact thing that you've been having over and over again. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's like the punch version has some type of dodge mechanic where you can bob and weave, like, and you have to actively do it. It's not passive. It's like, again, it's like that Nero thing where there's a thing you can do. It looks cool, and you can do some cool shit, but you don't need it. You
That's
know what I
cool.
mean? Like that. It's stuff like that's kind of why I like Devil May Cry and to a latter extent Bayonetta and Metal Gear Rising is because those games can be completely played with the base moveset.
Okay.
You could play vanilla, and the game is still accessible to you as long as you don't get hit and die. Like duh, right? But there's so much flavor with the moves that they give you
Yeah.
that's what makes it fun. It's like, yeah, you can take the story. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But you can also just be like, man, I like beating up stuff in this game because they let me do cool stuff when I do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I like this game. Like this
Cool.
is probably like the easiest access to all the cool stuff because it's at a point where it doesn't have to load for each style like it did in the old games. But it's slightly more fine-tuned since I could tell this game has influences from the one made by Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
Like you can look at it and you can tell this is like, oh, they liked how that game looked. Because remember, it used to look like anime.
Yeah.
Like in Devil May Cry 4, they kind of had anime influences in like the looks and stuff. So
Yeah.
you can see it's all gritty and dark and dirty. And that looks like the DMC, the one that Ninja Theory made. Like I forgot how many years ago, like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Did you like that game?
I like how it played.
Yeah.
The story, I like. There was a few parts of the story that were really cool.
Okay.
I kind of like how Mundus was an evil CEO,
Uh-huh.
and he was just a real bastard. Like the some of the bosses were real messed up, but like the design was really good. Like the boss design, like of the encounters, they weren't boring. They weren't do this thing 3 times in a row, even though some of them did have that.
Yeah.
But like they were like completely different. They were like really. They stood out a lot more than most of the boss fights, I can say, like in anything not DMC3.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like DMC3 has like the weirdest boss fight, like the most extravagant boss fights, I think. But like, yeah, DMC was pretty good, but it played really good. I think that's the thing I liked.
Yeah.
It played good because I'm not the type that goes on the hardest difficulty, so I didn't know about how that stood. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I'll probably do like the first 2 difficulties and that's it.
Yeah. I typically stop at the Dante must die one because I can't get through it.
Yeah.
At a certain point, some enemies always like because at that point they get devil triggers.
Yeah.
and there'll be a point where I can't do enough damage in time before there's like too many enemies,
Yeah.
like OP and whooping my ass. Like that's where I fail at, in those. I got far in the original 3 though, the one that was super hard.
Yeah.
So to me, it wasn't that hard. I don't know.
Okay.
So anyway, but I'm glad this came out good. This is like the 3rd game from Capcom.
Capcom's on a roll.
That's like AAA budget. That's come out as advertised.
Yeah.
Because Monster Hunter World, that's the one they spent a ton of money on. It came out as advertised. Resident Evil Remake, you can look at it. You can see they spent a lot of money on that game.
Yeah.
And it came out as advertised. Very, very good. And this game, like E3, like however many years ago they showed it off, it looked amazing. And it steadily looked the same.
Yeah.
And it came out amazing.
Yep.
So I would just like to say thank you, Capcom, for not lying to us. Because goddamn it, the American companies cannot stop doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about EA and how they're not going to E3?
So they're just doing they're doing EA Play
no press conference
event around it, but no press conference.
So
that's fine.
I just want to bring it up because it's a big deal. Like this is the officially the year that everybody pulled out of E3.
Yeah.
Sony
E3.
said bye-bye. Nintendo said we're just doing Direct this year.
Well, Nintendo always did that, but Nintendo always kind of went separate, did their own little thing.
But they always had some type of presence. Was like, they had like a demo somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing anything.
We'll see. I think Nintendo usually does something. They just don't have a big like press conference and shit. They usually they'll show a bunch of games. They'll show what
Reggie's gone too.
And then Reggie's gone.
So
Bowser.
What does that mean for their presentation wise? Because Reggie, he was the one that was the funny guy.
Yeah, they got that dude Bowser now, so we don't know yet. He probably tried to steal Princess.
Hopefully they do something cool.
Yeah,
something memorable. Because if the last Pokemon Direct was any indication, it's kind of just vanilla.
Yeah,
the Japanese guys talking at you.
Yeah,
and that's not really. I don't like that.
Yeah. I know Xbox is going to have a big presence with the Xbox.
Oh yeah, this is their year, right? Because they're like the number one, publisher and just big bucks. Like they're there.
Yeah,
they got everything. So pull out all the guns. Why not?
And I think the integration of the Xbox Pass on multiple consoles, like if it goes on the Switch and you're able to play a lot of the games from the Switch on the Xbox Pass
E3.
on the Switch.
The first day of E3, they make it live. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'll be crazy. That'll be a big game changer if they do that and integrate like say for Switch can play fucking Crackdown on the Switch.
If that streaming service is up and running,
yeah,
you can play whatever the hell you want.
That's a game changer right there. That's like making your own thing, but adapting to everyone else's as well.
Yep.
So that would be a cool thing to do and see what happens. E3 is going to be interesting and who's going to be there and what.
Ubisoft is going to be there. So
Ubisoft, but the Ubisoft always shows. To be honest with you,
but hold on before you give a critique. I want to tell you this one thing that may change everything. This is the first year that they are free from the company that was potentially going to buy them.
Okay.
So they may come out swinging. They may have something cool this year.
Okay. So
they're not going to be bought and they're free so that they're free to do whatever they want.
So I hope they do that and hope they have some new IPs and less of the same things.
Mm-hmm.
They did great with Assassin's Odyssey. They did great with Watch Dogs 2 was successful in a way. Division's getting a lot of the Watch Dogs 3. They already announced the Watch Dogs 3 is coming, so that'll probably be something at E3. Division 2 is going to be a big thing right now because it's about to come out. No, I did not get to play it.
I did. It was actually fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I felt if they tighten up the controls on it, like it's just a lot of the stuff with the movement and the running to the different coverage points and stuff.
Yeah.
It felt real good. And the stealth. The way you can actually there's like line of sight and there's I think there's the noise. And there's like a few things you can do to like get by the enemies and stuff in that game.
Yeah.
oh, I'm like, all right, this is pretty good, but I'm not gonna pick it up like week 1. I'll probably get it later on. But
Okay.
like, yeah, man, I'm actually feeling that.
Yeah.
Feeling that. Yeah.
So I have a question to ask you because this is something that's going on a lot, especially with the games like Anthem and the way it's going on with Anthem,
Mm-hmm.
and Apex is going to be a big game, Fortnite and all that stuff. They all doing these big battle royale games and a lot of the multiplayer games. Do you feel that they should be charging full price for these kind of games, or maybe half a price and then building on from there?
Well, look, 2 of those games are free, so no,
Yeah,
no, don't charge full price.
yeah. Because I
2 are.
think I think that's
Apex is
where.
free. Apex is free.
But
Fortnite is free.
yeah, I think like say for Anthem in a way, and Destiny, Anthem and Destiny, they were full price games and then like that, and then they're not complete games, but they're still building up like a thing. But again, you're paying $60 for a half game, and then you have to wait for the content, as in that sense. So that's where a lot of things are going right now with in that sense with the battle royale games and everything like that. Is the fact that companies are getting away
Ooh,
with the $60 game.
ooh, you know what I just saw this week? They said From Software is not shying away from potentially doing a battle royale game.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means. 60
Yeah.
60 soul layers
Yeah.
on a battlefield, all praising the sun. I'll take that.
I did see
100
that,
soul
and
layers
that'd
going
be
for
interesting.
100 smolls. Oh god, I can see the memes now. Oh,
Yeah.
Dark Souls community, you are the worst, best thing. Some of the
Yeah, I
funny,
did read about that. That Dark Souls might get like a battle royale game,
be
or
crazy.
he just said that it's an idea. He never
Mm-hmm.
said that it's coming, but he said
No,
it's an idea.
that'd be nuts
That's what
though.
they're playing with. Yeah,
They got to get some real servers though. Dark Souls PvP is atrocious. Them
yeah,
servers not good.
yeah. So that's something they have to work on. But yeah, E3 is gonna be interesting. A lot of eliminations and shit like that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be in June, so June's not that far from now.
I know, crazy.
And I guess we go into Anthem.
Oh no, yeah. Well, this is a funny one because it resolved itself. I believe there was a patch. I think it was yesterday. I think it was
Okay.
yesterday, or the day before, to fix something where the scaling was busted,
Okay.
and that had persisted. And somebody on Reddit had done some digging. It was like testing things out, and a bunch of people looked, and the numbers ended up not making any difference. So, okay, at the end game, there's something called a masterwork, right?
Yeah.
You know, typically, I guess we call it like legendary. No, in Destiny, that's the equivalent is an exotic.
Yeah.
That's the gold colored or whatever. So that's like super, super rare, right?
Yeah.
What they have found was those super, super rare weapons were weaker, in fact, than the level 1 weapons that they gave you when you start your class,
Okay.
because the scaling ended up breaking somewhere along the line. But the bad thing was, it was the fact that they were trying to just, it's like whatever they had in place, they didn't need the numbers because the numbers were just not doing anything, period. They weren't calculating anything properly. They were just showing numbers for the sake of showing numbers for some reason.
Yeah.
Because the lower damage gun, meaning the numbers it was showing were lower, it was doing more damage. So what the test was the number of shots to take the shields off of an enemy. The higher rarity weapon took like 4 or 5 to get the shield off, and it was like 1 or 2 or 3 for the lower rank weapon to just, you know, completely take the shield off of the enemy and do health damage.
Yeah.
So basically, it just, what it boiled down to was you were playing the game for nothing. What was the point? When you get to that point, is like, what's the point of grinding these out when the scaling is kind of working as intended in one way, that is supposed to let a lower level player still be able to contribute when they're playing with somebody way higher than them. Part of me just goes, that doesn't make any sense. Like, would you want a level 1 player playing with you? If you got to the end of the game and you're doing some hard ass thing, would you want some guy who just ran up in there and was like, "Hi guys, I don't know what I'm doing"? Like, nobody wants that. why would you put a system in place to to make that a thing in the first place? So that's questionable on my end. I don't like those systems when they do that to make people to baby people and stuff. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But the second thing was just like the devs came in and their response was literally, "Oh man, that's not supposed to do that." And it was just like, what the fuck? Like, it just seems like nobody's prepared for anything when it comes to this game. So I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I wish the stories that were coming out of this were like, man, they got their DLC sorted out, they got all the bugs done. They're not potentially destroying your database by making you have to hard reboot your system. All the good news, right? But no, I can't wait till next week to hear the next thing. Maybe it'll poison your water. I don't know.
They're gonna take you out.
Maybe Anthem is the thing that calls Flint, Michigan, right?
Anthem,
you know what I'm saying? Like, listen,
Anthem's gonna take you in behind the school and impregnate you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anthem. Oh no, Anthem is teaching kids how to have unprotected sex. Oh my god! Like, what is Anthem doing to the youth? So I hope soon I can hear good news about this game. Yeah. But everything about it is just like, this is embarrassing. It's just I keep seeing it pop up on news feeds from like major publications. Forbes reported it last week, and then some other major thing reported it this week. I'm like, if that happens to you when the mainstream starts talking about it, you dead, son.
Yeah. And it has a community. A lot of people are actually enjoying the game, but yeah, there's a risk of it resetting your PS4, of it turning off your Xbox.
Damn.
There's a lot of things going on with it. I sent you a podcast that was talking about it as well. Kind of funny. Yeah, the kind of funny podcast, they were talking about it and like how he enjoys it, but he sees all the flaws in it and thinks that they can start really working on. And it depends on how you take it. If you're willing to wait and see if the game will get better after updates and bigger events, and like they're gonna have like an event eventually that will be a big thing, probably like in the first quarter of the game's out and shit like that. So they continue trying to fix it, so maybe it will be a full complete game eventually. But right now it's still.
I'll just put it to you this way: the only thing I'm really mad at this game for, and to some extent the Division as well. I can put it to you this way: those initial trailers for both of these games showed me and the world something that never came out. Do you remember how dope the Division looked in its first trailer? And that never came out. Sure, it had the lady talking over it with the lame team, quote unquote teamwork, but like the way the game looked, even Division 2 doesn't look like that. I'll flat out put that out there. Maybe on a high end PC it does. But like what it was showing me, Devil May Cry looks better than Division 2. So, and Anthem, that E3 trailer, it looked better than anything that's out now. And it doesn't look anywhere near that. I've seen it on high-end PCs. Like there's a guy I follow on YouTube, Rob Cram, that he's like a smaller YouTuber, but he legitimately just has a monster rig. And will just blast like a bunch of games on max settings and whatever. And if you have a 4K monitor, subscribe to his channel on YouTube. But like shit looks amazing all the time on his stuff, and he put up Anthem and it looks gorgeous. But it doesn't look like what they showed at E3. And I'm like, they gotta stop doing that shit, man. Putting in quote unquote in-engine footage, and then the game comes and not even the cutscenes look that good. Like, what?
They usually put like the fucking trailer footage, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the game.
So yeah, like, and then I put it up, and I don't want to shit on the game. Crackdown is a victim in this as well. There was a thing about like the years of development, and the product we got was scaled down past Crackdown 1 when you look at the details that was stripped out of it. And it's just like, why?
The game is like, like seriously, since honestly, when you first saw the trailer, it looked even the original trailer didn't look that great, to be honest with you. it looked good. It was like, yeah, another Crackdown and shit like that, but it wasn't like mind blowing or anything like that. It looked.
I'll give you that, yeah.
And then it just honestly, every time they showed it, I to be honest with you, I thought it looked worse.
My problem. Okay, yeah. I think, but the first trailer when they showed the destruction possibilities,
yeah,
the reason I got on board and was hyped was because the prospect of, okay, give me Crackdown 1 with destruction. That's it.
yeah,
That's what I thought they were giving. That's what I thought the main goal was.
yeah,
But they couldn't do what they wanted to with the cloud, which again, they up until the release of this game, nobody came out and said there's no possibility.
yeah.
The studio didn't come out and say, sorry guys, we're never gonna do this. So
yeah,
probably people still thinking maybe this is gonna do the cloud computing and maybe it'll make it better. Maybe, but
yeah,
that's what I mean. False expectation.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But at least, like, if you had the pass, you could play it for free, and you're not paying $60 for it. But there are people that pay $60 for it, and it's like they didn't get a good game.
They didn't get what they were sold. That's the thing.
You could, and then now Crackdown 2 is it's on the pass. And yeah, so most people are just gonna go back to Crackdown 2
if they play that, but they can still play Crackdown 1 multiplayer. That's the thing. That one had 2 players as well.
Yeah.
So like again, if you get to see that, I'll probably put it in the show notes. But like, I was tempted not to watch that video as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of those people that shits on games because there's just a lot of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll see a game title that's really like eye-catching, so and so shocking video, and I'm like, I don't want to watch your, what do they call that clickbait video?
The Dave Meltzer effect.
Yeah, where it's just you sitting there shitting on something for 15 minutes. I'm like, just because you don't like it, and I'm hearing the complaints usually from those people, and it's usually the most shallow thing.
Yeah.
But this video literally shows you a screen by screen, you know, side by side comparison of the stuff taken out and the stuff the way it looks in one and the way it looks in the other, and it's bad, dude.
Because even honestly, Spider-Man is probably one of the best looking games of last year, and yeah, even they got guilty with the fucking puddles.
You're right. You're not wrong.
But it's still, like, honestly, I think Spider-Man was one of the best looking game. Spider-Man was the best looking from cinematic screen to game screen.
Okay.
It was one of the best transitions ever.
Okay.
As in, it went from the full movie right into the gameplay, and it looked like it didn't even change a bit.
Gotcha.
And that had one of those things, but they did cut on a lot of the full detailed graphics, like the puddles and shit like that. And they got a lot of shit for it, but
they did. I remember that.
But the game was still fucking fantastic and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The DLC wasn't that great, but everything else was great.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, like, you know the idea, you know the feeling. I want the thing that you advertise me. Please stop lying to us.
Yeah.
And
but that also takes you, depending on where it goes as well.
But like, the Japanese companies are delivering these high quality games with like the graphics. It's not like they're not graphics intense in DMC5. I'm sure on PC, whatever specs it is that you can get up to and things that a lot of games can't do. I get that.
Yeah.
Same thing I imagine would be Sekiro on PC, but I think it's exclusive. So unfortunately, there's no PC version.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Like, that game on a Pro is godlike.
Yeah.
But
I have a Pro, and that's what I'm playing.
And the things that were shown of it, when the people are coming back with the gameplay footage, it looks like what they showed.
Yeah, they always show the same. They showed what they promised on the game, and that's something that most companies should be doing. That's
like the big Japanese companies doing it, like doing good business right now and not having people pissed. Like that's what's happening.
Yeah, because all they gotta say, like, yo, we showed you.
Yeah, you saw this 4 years ago. Yeah. Guess what? It looked good then. It still looks good. Don't worry.
Same thing with like one we can't wait for the Project Judge,
Yeah,
and it's been the
because that
same
new
look and
evolution.
everything like that,
Yeah.
and we finally just got a full release date of that. But it always looked the same. We understood it was the Yakuza engine. It's gonna look like Yakuza, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be disappointed that it does look like Yakuza. No, they've been telling me it looked like Yakuza. I'm
Yep.
perfectly fine with it.
Yep. And
Yeah,
and it got the cinematic presentation and everything. And it, guess
yeah,
what? It still looks like the cinematic presentation. So
yeah,
some people can do it.
yeah.
So
So we'll see what happens.
what's
And yeah,
the
stop lying, people.
but in terms of was it Project Judge, right?
Yeah, now it's Judge, but Judgment. It was
Judgment.
Project Judgment, and now it's Judgment on PS4. It's released June 18th.
June 18th. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I gotta play more 6. The Devil May Cry kind of took the spot right now, so I'm gonna play that first, and
Yeah,
then I'll go back
I
on
feel like
6. Yeah, I'm liking 6 though. I'm liking the direction, man. I got made up to chapter 4,
oh, good stuff. Okay.
so it's good stuff so far.
Nice.
I like the gameplay. Again, I said Kiwami 2 has like a more cleaner gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
but it plays just like Kiwami 2.
So I think probably Judgment will probably have, I guess, even more refined gameplay because I know
Yeah.
it's on that engine. So
Yeah, and I saw gameplay. I saw some of the Japanese one, and it looked fantastic. Like I like some of the style of what they're doing with it, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready for that.
yeah, I like the stealth elements, the way they do it.
Yeah,
There's some things that you didn't get to see from the older games they brought back. The chase
yeah,
segments,
yeah,
those were from the older games.
yeah,
I think they debuted in 3,
yeah. Well,
where you chase people around the city and stuff.
oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, so I see they bringing that back as a mechanic in this game.
yeah,
And some of the combat, because the guy is a more agile fighter.
yeah,
So he's not like big and heavy like Kiryu. So like he has more flip kicks and all that stuff.
yeah.
I like that they have like, what was that, like a Super Sentai thing in there too,
Yes,
where you get like superpowers and stuff. Like that's the stuff I love about
yeah.
that series. Like there's a lot of dumb shit in there.
And they'll take itself seriously, and that's something I
Never.
love about it. And yeah, I talked about it. Honestly, I talked about it to my friend, and I was just talking about the game, and I was like, "There's one series that I fell in love with," and I was like, "You, the one that really put me onto it, like watching your gameplay and shit like that." And that was like me. And then the funny thing is, I owned the game for like 2 years and never touched it. And then to finally like to play it and just really enjoy it and to really embrace the story. And honestly, this is probably the closest thing to anime that I fully watched.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
It's
and
got
I
the
love the
drama.
game, so I'm actually looking forward. Like, and Sega, keep these coming, man. I'll support it every single time.
Yeah. Do you?
Make
Oh yeah.
sure
That's the
when
thing
you
you should
buy
say.
it, do the survey.
Yeah, that's true. Also, that's the thing I want to say, to give them their props. The
Yeah.
studio now, like they're a full, I guess they're a flagship studio now.
Yes, they
They're
have their own studio.
they're called I think an RGG studio, I think it is
Yeah,
now. Because before they just were the Yakuza team,
yeah,
but now they have like the Japanese pronunciation of the whatever the title is for Yakuza.
yeah,
And they are like, so I guess this is them like getting their big ups.
yeah,
They're becoming like the new, like the second coming of a studio like From Software, where their titles are being recognized. So
yeah,
they're getting the big bucks now.
and yeah. Ryu Gato Studios.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool, man.
And this is the first one they did, bringing it back that actually is going to be English dub and Japanese. So you're
Nice.
going to have English like language in the game, which is cool. I still probably will play in the Japanese though, because the fact that I played all the Yakuza games, and I kind of feel that I like the emotion they put into the games.
This is true.
So
They've not. I think they've. I don't know who the writers are. I might have to actually look that up, because the people
yeah,
who write the stories for Yakuza, like they're really good stories. They're
yeah,
cohesive. They have like a long, super long history. Like
yeah,
everything is, you could trace it back to an older game. It's like, nope, that really happened.
And I was reading that there's big connections to the Yakuza series with this as well. That it's going to be considered in the same world,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that you might see some familiar faces. So I was like, Majima, please.
Hop out of a manhole or something.
I love
Yeah,
Kai. I love, but Majima is my dude.
and they and when they showed the trailer, there's a guy. He's like a stand-in for Kiryu. So
Yeah,
I think Majima might show up.
yeah.
So who knows? I
Majima.
mean, listen, the way the main character in this game fights, he fights a little wild. So
Yeah,
his style and Majima style. Let's see who can throw down the best,
yeah. I can't wait
jumping
for the
off
game.
walls and shit.
I can't wait for the game. I'm looking for, and then this is the thing that I've been embracing more of the single player games more than anything lately too. Because again, I don't get into the big online games anymore unless I know for a fact my friends are gonna play, and then even then, like I lose interest really fast, and that's just me in this sense. Like I don't get a lot of time to play, and
Mm-hmm.
then when I get to play, I want to get indulged in a story. I want the game to tell me a story.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be embraced in the story. I want to have feels for the game and shit like that. And honestly, like Yakuza Zero did that for me, especially with fucking Majima. Yo,
Yeah.
my heart was broken in that ending of fucking Yakuza Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I was sad. Like I almost teared. Like I was sad for Majima. Like I wanted to give the man a hug. But when like, and this is something that you got to realize also. Like everyone's saying that like single player games are dead. Two of the highest grossing games of last year, three
I don't know
actually.
what the people who wrote those articles
Yeah,
are. They probably don't even have jobs now.
yeah. Like three of the highest grossing games of last year are all single player.
Yeah, exactly.
God of War, Spider Man.
And then before that, some of the most
Yeah,
popular still, Horizon Zero Dawn was the year
yeah,
before. So like,
yeah,
I don't know who these people were,
yeah,
where they are,
yeah.
but you don't hear them now.
We'll find you. We're gonna
And they
stone
keep
cold stunning you.
down out, down out, down out.
Just gonna walk up people and stone cold
Oh
stunning
yeah, well
people.
shout out to Sega because Toe Jam and Earl came out.
Yeah, I have it. I got it on the Switch.
Have you tried it out?
It's fun. It
Good.
plays like the original. It plays a lot like the original. Just I like you kind of spotted it out to me that the music's not the same, and that kind of disappointed me.
Yeah, that's the one
Uh,
part that made
but
me kind
it's fun. It's still silly as hell. It's
of
still jokative. It's still the same exact same gameplay. They did add some things from the sequels
See, I
to
heard
the
that.
game,
Is it the
but
jars?
it works well.
Oh, is it the jars though?
Yeah,
No, I mean the thing they put in. Is it the jars?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I figured.
But I think but everything they added from the other games works well. Like I think it's the boost things, the presents and stuff. They added some of the special presents from the other games.
You know, I'm glad that game came out and is well and good. But I was just perusing the Sega development studios. They have a
Yeah,
studio named Access Games.
yeah,
Have you ever played a game in any of your travels for the PlayStation 2 called Spy Fiction?
yes, I have, and I actually like that game.
Oh god, that game has some of the worst controls I've
Yes,
played
it
in my
did,
life.
but I did
But
actually enjoy it.
it was charming.
Yeah,
It was so charming. Yeah, it just caught my eye because
yeah,
apparently that's a Sega joint. So, wow.
yeah, because it was like Mass Effect in a way.
It was like Mass Effect and Metal Gear.
Yeah, I remember that game. I
It
actually
was
bought
like
that
you
game in
could crouch
release
against the
day.
wall and you could stick to the wall and you could like turn invisible and stuff. But
I bought
like,
that game on release date.
I think I did too.
So me and
Like,
you were the only two that bought it.
but I remember why I stopped playing it. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, the
game
controls are not good.
and you couldn't adjust them either.
That was the other thing.
Yeah, if I was able to like adjust some of the controllers, I think I would have liked it a lot more.
Yeah,
But the fact that I couldn't adjust the controller,
I see that.
yeah, I think but the game itself, like if you look past and you could deal with throughout the controller, I did finish the game. I really
had
enjoyed it. It had a good
personality.
story.
Yeah, it had a wacky personality to it.
It had like a Yakuza kind of style story. Like it had a very serious tone
I wouldn't be
story.
surprised if some people wrote that.
Yeah.
So see again the writing. It's just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then again, also I have a very heartfelt thing for Sega.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
think a lot
love
of people.
Sega. Like I love Sega. Like I always love Sega. So anything I always check up on Sega and seeing what they're doing and seeing where they're going with things and just to check up on them and be like, hey, hi
They
Sega,
haven't
how are you?
had a chance to disappear.
Yeah.
After the Dreamcast died, they could have packed it up.
They might disappear after Sonic movie.
I don't think so.
I'm joking.
I bet you that movie's gonna do gangbusters because kids don't care how crazy he
Yeah.
looks. That's the thing.
Uh,
I bet you that movie's gonna be number
Yeah.
one when the weekend it comes out.
but Toe Jam and Earl is fun. Definitely if you have $20 or if you just want to wait to go cheaper, definitely get it. They do have physical copies on this website. They do a lot of like the indie games. They make physical copies of the indie games. You could get it there if you want it physical, but if you just want it digital, it's available digital on every single platform, every single system.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's fun. It's fun. It's multiplayer. It's online multiplayer too, so you can play with your buddy online.
Oh, okay. Good stuff.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad it didn't come out as a burning dumpster fire. We have too many of those.
Yeah.
And Toe Jam and Earl hasn't had the greatest legacy. It has fond memories, but unfortunately, it up until now. It had more bad games than good.
Yeah, it was a hard game. Like for the first game, it was a difficult game. Like you had a lot of people. I feel like most people didn't understand the game.
I was about to say, the summary somebody on a different podcast I listened to had said of Toe Jam and Earl was, "Oh man, I played this game. I played the first 2 levels, and that was it."
I listened to Giant Bomb's summary on it. I think it was like last week's podcast.
Was it? They have 2. Was it the Tuesday podcast? The Tuesday,
It was
Wednesday
probably
podcast?
Tuesday. It was the dude was getting in. He kind of talked about the Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, it was probably listening to Jeff. I did not his take. Jeff's an old school dude. Like he was playing the old one not too long ago on stream. So he knows what's up with the game. But like there was another guy that was like, yeah, I played 2 stages and that was it.
Yeah. Like
so I feel like most people are like that one.
I feel that most people didn't know the objective of the game when they played it, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
Like the objective of the game was kind of weird and kind of like you had to play it and understand it. If not, you wouldn't know what you were doing. Especially like finding the spaceship pieces, what the weapon, what the presence did.
And the fact that walking gave you experience in that game, and you're just like, why did I level up?
Yeah,
like there's a lot of mysterious things in Toe Jam.
And then you gotta find this PJ Santa with fucking to level up
the
your
fact
stuff.
that you have to sneak up to Santa Claus. I didn't know that at first.
Yeah,
I kept walking up to him and he kept leaving. I'm like, where are you going?
So it's a really fun game. Again, if you have a buddy that will play it with you, it could be more fun multiplayer because I think the game is better.
You know what I'll say? I'm sad that's not in it.
But
the rap mode.
The dance mode is in it.
Can you make the raps when you dance? Does it?
Yeah,
make a noise?
it's a hip hop beat when you dance.
Oh, really? It makes the scratching sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
it's in there. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
because I used to like that. Just going into the little thing, it gives you a beat, and your character just makes noises and shit.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you have battles with the people in the areas and shit.
So it turns like an event, like a mini game or something. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Like I truly enjoy it. It's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun game. Definitely check it out. You might like it. Yeah, talking about Sonic, seeing every year in the Sega subject.
Oh man.
The reveal of the actual Sonic.
Gotta go fast. How do you like his hairy legs?
My little thing with him is they try to humanize him.
Well, listen, did you hear about the thing that you can't really make work in a movie is the one eyeball thing.
Yeah.
Because artistically, Sonic has always, people don't realize it, but the way the art is, he only has one eye.
Okay. So my little thing with it, honestly, I don't think is that bad. Like the one, I think I sent you the picture of him just standing. And you got to see like the whole body.
Yeah.
I think I sent you that. So in that picture of him just standing, why can't you just put gloves on him? Like the white hands look weird. Like I find that like very weird in the picture. That was one of my gripes with it. It was like he could use the gloves. Like you don't have to be like the white like Mickey Mouse gloves. You could give him like fucking like dirt bike gloves or fucking motocross gloves because he's going fast. Him having to stop with bare hands, he will cut his hand. Why don't he has protective gloves?
I just don't know why they had to make him. They had to try so hard to make him hairy. Well, to make him look the way he does in comparison to like the way the Pokemon and stuff look. Like there's a clear decision to make him look a little furrier than is necessary, I think. And I think that's the thing that for me that pops the most, that makes him look weird. Like he doesn't look recognizable as oh man, it's hard to say it.
Like I see how he looks, and he looks like what Sonic the Hedgehog will look if he was real, to be honest. Like if I'm looking at it.
Okay, well, see, there's a different one. There's a fan-made one that takes the same image and it puts the gloves and it changes the shape of his face just a little bit, and it looks almost the same, but it's better. The only worst thing is that they chose to give him the flesh color arms, which is like, I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah,
there's like a fundamental thing with the shape of his face and his eyes that he doesn't look like Sonic.
Yeah,
and so he just looks like an animal thing to me.
Like his head makes sense. Like I'm looking at his head right now, and with the spikes, because hedgehogs are spiky, they're not furry.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be furry.
So his head makes sense. Like it's all spikes, it's all quills and shit, and that makes sense. Like they gave him a full furry body. Like the hands just weird me out because it's just like it don't make sense. Like you put something on his hands, like it looks weird. It just looks weird.
Maybe this is him when he comes out of the vat.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not maybe he's like Shadow. Isn't Shadow? Yeah, Shadow's a creation.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
He's a test tube baby.
Test tube hedgehog. So maybe Sonic is a genetically modified something too.
I have a feeling they're gonna go with that too.
He's like Mewtwo. He comes out the tank.
like he just don't exist. He it's something experiment. Like watch, Megan Fox is gonna be in the movie.
Maybe they're gonna make an egg and create him.
Yeah,
I think that might be it.
That could be that I could see that happening as well. Like I could see that story going on. That makes a lot of sense now. As you say it just now, it makes it makes a lot of sense right now.
Like I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but is there is no actual trailer, right? Still, there's no
trailer yet.
All right,
and I think that's the thing. Also, is like it's still photos, so it may look a lot better in motion.
The funny thing about that was like it was from the people who do the PR for the company or something that leaked out from.
Yeah.
At first, and then I think somebody has said, "Oh yeah, it is official."
Yeah.
So this is the second time. I would just like to say that's the second time something like that happened. There was an incident involving Smash Brothers. Somebody was trying to leak out. Somebody has said they had leaked out the cover to the game or something like that had like characters on it because they work where they press the discs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These people getting less and less reliable, man.
Yep. Don't trust nobody. DTA, motherfuckers. Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner everybody. That's gonna be the title of this show. We're gonna Stone Cold Stunner you. We're stunning your kids. And every single time you're gonna hear that theme.
And the glass is gonna break.
Okay, little news. Mario today is Mario Day.
Well, what does that mean? His debut. First game?
It's celebrating the Mario. It's just Mario because March 10th looks like the spelling of Mario.
Oh, all right, I'll take it.
So this is Mario Day. So celebrate Mario. Go play a Mario game.
What is the last Mario game that I own? Wow, I never bought a Mario game for GameCube, so that means
You skipped Sunshine.
No, I don't have a Switch, and I didn't buy the Wii U one. I don't own a Mario game. 64.
The Mario 64.
I don't even think I own that. I think that's somebody else's. Game Boy.
Last game I owned was Odyssey.
Yeah, like
Odyssey was fantastic.
Probably would have had it if I had a Switch, but
Yeah.
But because I like that game more than I've ever liked the concept of 3D worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really like those.
I actually did like the Sonic 3D, the ones for the 3DS, Sonic 3D World, and then I liked the one with the cat. That you had the cat
It was
too.
a Sonic World? It was a Sonic World?
No, Mario.
Oh, Mario.
I'm looking at Sonic and talking about Mario.
You talking about the suit, the cat suit?
Yeah, the cat suit and shit.
What was that one? The last one?
That was Mario 3D World on the Wii U.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Didn't they just bring that over to Switch, or are they bringing that to Switch?
Yes, they bring. Well, no, they brought the other one, the Wii U one, the first Wii U one, which was like the new Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. No, that was the Wii, right?
Yeah,
the Wii was the one with the bubble.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the thing you just told me about Sonic, and that looks so much better.
Yeah, it's very, very minor.
Yeah.
But
it's
you can
same design.
But you can see what I mean about his eyes. The way that his eyes are shaped, he looks like a nondescript. That could be anybody's property, Sonic.
Yeah.
The way the other Sonic, you can see he has like the reason, because they got rid of the one eye thing that people were complaining about, right? But also his eyes are not supposed to be proportioned realistically.
Yeah.
It's just, that's kind of the thing I think they got away from, because they try to do like the Pokemon, where they like, okay, look, they made Pokemon look real. But Sonic is like a stylized being.
Yeah.
So you don't try to make him look like anything. You just try to adapt him to the real world, not try to make him look like the real world version of him.
Even his sneakers look cooler.
Yeah, it's just weird why you would go out of your way to like change something that doesn't need to be changed.
And the gloves make sense. Like the gloves look,
because he's a weirdo anyway. That's the thing. I don't like people trying to make sense out of a nonsensical, non-realistic monster.
Yeah,
he's not real. Sonic's not real.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I agree 100%. Like this one, that one looks a lot better.
Sonic's not real, just like wrestling's not real, according to Ronda Rousey.
And like John Cena, you could see him.
He's sitting there.
You saw all the memes on her.
And The Rock, he's not really cooking anything either.
Yeah, and Kane and Undertaker are not brothers, and Paul Bear is not Kane's father.
And guess what? Kane really is the man. So shut up, lady.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, but it's funny. So, oh wait, you want to bring up before we wrap it up? You want to bring up I can't believe I'm blanking on the man's name because we didn't.
Oh yes. So this is gonna be part of. It was supposed to be part of the wrestling battle, but we completely forgot. But we're gonna add it because he's in everything. Like he's been wrestling for over 40 years.
I believe so. That's ridiculous to even say that.
He's been there forever. He's been wrestling since I was born. So I lived 36 years, 35 years.
That's a long time.
Justin Liger.
Jushin Thunder Liger. And he's in Tiger
Thunder Liger. Yeah. Jushin Thunder Liger is a fucking legend. Hands down. Legend.
He literally has an anime character after him.
Yeah. He's been in every single company. He has wrestled in every single company. He has at least one match in every single company.
Mm-hmm.
He been in New Japan for probably almost the whole time. He wrestled in Pro Wrestling Nova. He wrestled every single company in Japan. He wrestled a bunch of Hall of Famers. He wrestled some of the greatest cruiserweights of all time. He has such a history. Honestly, Wikipedia him, like he has a match with the who's who of the cruiserweight division.
Gotcha.
Fucking legend, like a living legend in the eyes that still could do it. He's just like, you know what? It's time.
Yes.
He could probably still have a couple of years in, but it's time. It's time.
And he's literally inspired like so many people.
Yeah.
Not even funny.
He's like in that boat with like Ultimo Dragon. Like a lot of people in the cruiserweight division, they look up to those guys. And Justin Thunder Liger is one of those,
like Tiger Mask.
Yeah,
he's like up there.
Yeah, Tiger Mask. Rey Mysterio is up there now because of the what he brings into that cruiserweight division.
It's like
He
that's how you
brings
get
that legacy.
in wrestling for over 20 years. Like
Yeah.
dude's been wrestling since he was a kid. So
Yeah, and just so congratulations for amazing career of Houston Thunder Liger. Look him up. Look up some of his matches. Look up some of his. One of my favorite ones. It's Flying Brian versus Houston Thunder Liger for the WCW Cruiserweight champ. Well, it was a Cruiserweight match. It wasn't for the champion. It was the WCW Lightweight Championship.
Okay.
At the time.
Okay.
And it was Brian Pillman versus Houston Thunder Liger. They had a lot of his set history matches in that. Rey Mysterio versus Houston Thunder Liger in WCW as well was epic. He did fight him recently in New Japan as well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was about to say, I didn't realize that at the time, but when he was in WCW, he basically was running the cruiserweight division, and they fought all those good-ass cruiserweights.
Yeah, like I said, the who's who of cruiserweights, just something like I've been in the ring at least once. And one more current one that no one really knew that he was in WWE was NXT. Fucking Tyler Breeze versus Houston Thunder Liger. Prince Petty. I love that guy. And he had an amazing match with Houston Thunder Liger. I was actually there at Brooklyn for that one.
Nice.
Yes, that's when he came out with the models and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Bring him. Come.
Dango. Yo, if they don't do anything with the Fashion Police, at least bring him back to NXT. Let him get drafted back to NXT because I know he could do some amazing matches there. We have seen it. Yes.
So thank you very much to Houston Thunder Liger.
Yeah, man.
For all the inspiration, to all these wrestlers that we still watch, to this very day, and all the great ass matches, dude.
Yeah,
like that's another thing. It's just like that's one of the things when somebody retires in wrestling is like most of the time the reason you remember them is because of all the great matches they had, and hopefully not for anything negatives. And that dude, he is just one of those people that's like everybody loves him.
Yeah, and he's a legend, and
he's still doing.
He's the defined word of legend.
Yeah. And he's still doing promotional stuff because the message he gave when he retired was like he's going to continue to go around the world, I guess, to different promotions to like visit or something like that.
Yeah.
So whatever he does, maybe he's gonna go and like be a producer for somebody for a little bit, something like that. Who knows? Like anybody would kill to have some knowledge from that guy. So.
Yeah, and he still runs. He helps the schools out. He helps the training part of everything.
They said
he's very hands down.
It was a
hands
joke,
in and everything.
And I didn't get it, but I guess I get it now. Is that like the joke was now that he retires, is he finally gonna leave the dojo? And I know it sounds funny if you don't know what it means, but like in Japan, there's like a infamous dojo where you go to train. I guess he just took up residence there. I think they said. So that's crazy.
He just collects the money. Like, I don't need to spend money on living. I'll just live here.
Just live here and train and spread my wisdom.
Yeah, man. But yeah, mad respect for Houston Thunder Liger. Probably the most unique looking wrestler ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was in all the WCW games.
Oh wow, you're right.
He was always in the WCW games. He was in there. So yeah, respect.
Yeah. It's always good when you get a happy story.
Yeah, always.
So now he could go hang out with Reggie.
Yeah, him and Reggie gonna go to like the Bahamas.
They should go pick up Ultimo Dragon. Just saying.
And Ric Flair.
Yeah, he just
Ric Flair gonna fuck up their life.
He a little beat up. Batista, he had put hands on Ric Flair.
More of a reason for him to go. He ruined my birthday. I'm sad.
God damn it, Batista! Look what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear about the rumors that he might be going to James Gunn's Suicide Squad?
I wouldn't mind it.
And that is it true that Idris Elba is replacing Will Smith, or is that just fans?
Yes, he is.
Wow, interesting. I might be interested in the movie now.
I'm actually, you know what's funny is the fact that the first one I actually liked the Will Smith's character more than everybody.
Well, yeah, he was kind of like the best actor there. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah. So, oh well.
But hearing that, because usually he can carry a movie.
Yeah.
because that movie wasn't about Will Smith, unfortunately.
No, but he was kind of like, it was Harley Quinn, but I think he had more of the substance in the movie.
And it wasn't really, but he wasn't the major villain, because remember, it was about that lady.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see.
All
right. So that's it for this week. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Make sure you catch all of our stuff on each and every one of our different social media channels. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. And those are all RedCycloneInc.
Mm-hmm.
We are on YouTube. That's RedCycloneInc. SoundCloud, RedCycloneInc. And Tumblr. Yes. We also have a WordPress where we update that. And you'll also find the Wrestling Babble there.
Yes.
And so, Mark, where you at?
I'm on Twitter, Instagram as MarkWithTheMic. Also, Loki wants to say hi. I'm also on Twitch, which I will be streaming right now. After this cast, I'll be streaming Devil May Cry 5 on my MarkWithTheMic on Twitch. I will also post the first part of my Devil May Cry playthrough. Also, I'm working on the Yakuza 6 one as well. So you're going to see some more content going on the YouTube channel of MarkWithTheMic. I've been wanting to do WWE 2K19, so I might just make my own like universe mode and have commentary and all that shit on. So that's something I'm considering doing. Mm-hmm. I downloaded like most of New Japan, AEW, and all that shit, and I kind of made a show for every single one. So
nice. Okay.
We'll see what we do. I'll do something with that. But you can follow up also the Facebook The Wrestling Babble page, which is Fastlane is tonight. So we'll be doing our interactive polls and our conversations lively and shit like that. Those are some of my favorite things to do because our board gets really interactive with it. And thank you guys for always constantly sharing and just being part of it because it's a lot of fun. We talk shit and have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know where everything is.
Yep.
You have no excuses.
Always remember, follow
them sandwiches.
Yep. The Jenkins with the sandwiches.
Don't forget to pull his devil trigger. It's called sandwich.
And it's Stone Cold Stunner. That should be the ending of the dog.
I'm going to see if I have the aggression.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. I forgot who was the aggression version.
Fuck. It was Snoop Dogg.
It was Snoop Dogg. All right.
Yeah, Eastsiders and shit.
Yeah, I gotta find that one.
Yeah. All right,
y'all.
Peace out. Laters.